independent businesses such as ourselves are essential to the uniqueness that Manchester has to offer. I think that you know, all these different areas around the outskirts of the city centre, you know, the Green Quarter, Northern Quarter, Ancoats, etc., etc., are so interesting because they have so many independent businesses doing things that are different to elsewhere, that are quite unique. And that's why people want to live here, and that's why people want to sort of be part of what's going on, because you know, just on this stretch itself, you've got bars, you've got breweries, you've got coffee shops, you've got this gym, and that's really important. And as I said, we do a lot of work with the community. We're a social enterprise, we're a not-for-profit business. Our mission statement is about benefiting the community, so we do a lot of work with local charities, we work with the Booth Centre, and you know, we pride ourselves on being here for the people in our community. And I think when you're looking at a city like Manchester that's big already and is getting bigger, I think it's important to have neighbourhoods, and it's important to have a sense of community and some infrastructure in these pockets around town, so that you're not just a face in the crowd and you're not just lost in a huge city. You know, people come here because there's a social aspect to it as well as just having the training. I think that's important for people who live and work in the city centre.
There are lots of little businesses in these archways, and that gives you something in common. Now that might sound a little bit, why is that so important? I don't know why it's so important, but we have certainly built up relationships with lots of other little businesses as a result of being in these locations, a little bit out of the way, needing something which is a bit rough and ready, not usually businesses with a huge amount of money to help them set up. So you're in the same boat as many of those other people who are also got ideas and are trying to do something different and something new. So it often ends up attracting similar like-minded people, and as a result there is a genuine business community within those arches.
Support local, because there's some really good people doing really good stuff, and they deserve the support, because it's the independent traders, producers, the artists, the creatives, it's these people
the lifeblood of the country.
Yeah, and they contribute so much to making Manchester what it is as a city. You know, they contribute so much to the feel and this atmosphere and this identity, which then goes out around the world. That comes from these people, and when these people are threatened, they need the support of the general public and the people of Manchester, so they can continue what they're doing, and we can continue to shout about what an amazing city Manchester is, legitimately. You know, this isn't a con, this is real. This is a really cool, creative, inclusive city, and, you know, long may it continue. But it will only continue if independent businesses are supported like this.
Independent businesses really can't rest on their laurels. They need to provide, you know, fantastic service for their customers, and reputation's everything. So we can't really absorb any knocks. We just need to do really great work. And it means it's hard work for us, but it's great when we get fantastic feedback from our customers, great reviews online. All those things make a huge difference. And we know our neighbours. You know, we really have to work with them to promote the area. And it's independent businesses that I think make Manchester completely unique.
I've been to a lot of cities in the world and visited lots of places, you know, and I genuinely wouldn't live anywhere other than Manchester. I think it's got so much character, it's got so many things going on in such a small city. I think the people are great, they show fantastic togetherness when it's necessary. You can walk down the street, go into the city centre, go into a pub, go into a coffee shop and talk to people that you've never met before, and find things in common with them and feel comfortable with them. And when I have friends that come from other areas, you know, they always comment how friendly people are in Manchester, and I think that's the thing that holds it together. Manchester wouldn't be what it is if it wasn't for the people, and they help to make it creative and they help to make it unique.
Well, I think it's just the people. People are so friendly, so welcoming and so nice, and so supportive of new businesses, independent businesses. So we couldn't imagine being anywhere else, really.
Manchester's been very good to us. As you can tell, I'm not a native Mancunian, but I've been here since 2009. It's a very young city. It feels like there's a lot of activity, very dynamic city. It's also a city which is full of life, and people want to experience new things. They want to try new things. For me, it's a city that is proud of its heritage, but it isn't held back by it. I've lived in other cities in the UK where heritage, I think, has been put higher up on the list perhaps than modernisation and progression. And it is a difficult balance to get right, and I appreciate that. But I think Manchester does it in a way which respects the past often, but also looks to the future. And I think if you're trying to do something new and contemporary, it's important to be in that sort of environment.
The people, definitely the people. I don't think there's anywhere quite like it in the world. Been to a few places, there's nothing quite like Manchester. And I was born 2 miles up the road, never needed to move. Everything you need on your doorstep. But for me, it's the people.
What I love most about Manchester is it's a city where you can get things done. And it's only a city where you can get things done because there are affordable spaces like this. I just love how creative the people can be. It is that thing, it's always been. Why did we create the gin experience in the first place? We created it because we didn't just want to put our products on a shelf, slap the word Manchester on it. We wanted to create something where people could come down, they could be part of it, they could interrogate what we do, but then also be creative and create something themselves. So the Manchester condition, if you like, is, what was the quote from Judge Parry? Manchester is a place
where people do things.
Manchester is a place where people do things, and it really is. It's a city where people want to do things, and you can get stuff done. And I love that Manchester condition. And if we take away the spaces and opportunities for people to be creative, then we take away what we are as a city and as a people. But that's what I love about Manchester, that no one just wants to consume, they want to be actively involved and be part of something.